Let's go ahead and get going here. Reset the settings. So we got it. Reset the settings, so we gotta fucking bind them again. Go ahead and go wash. But the A50 is charging. We got to 100 on this one. The A52 doesn't charge, so it's not the 1040, which means that something hardware-wise, that's might be a problem. Could be the BCM itself on the battery. Could be a USB charging board. Lost its fast charging. It says, now the phone says it is fast charging, so maybe it is still a software issue, but it seems to be very solid, like it's a hardware problem. It doesn't change in any kind of way. It doesn't change in any kind of way. It just stays at 1040 all the way. I don't even think it works with the phone off. I don't even think it fast charges with the phone off, so it's definitely maybe a hardware problem. Freezing. We ran AppOps, we ran compile commands, we ran service calls of every kind. It's not going to fast charge. We ran all the commands we can run. It seems more like a hardware, like it's a hardwired hardware problem than a software problem this time around. Because like I said before, it used to go up and down. And now it doesn't go up and down at all. It's just stuck there at 1040. Yeah, my legs are frozen. Absolutely frozen. Well, at least the sun is out. It's nice to have some sun during the winter time. No, it was working, it was working when I plugged it in. It doesn't mean that it cannot fail. It doesn't mean that it cannot fail. And you, 78. It doesn't mean that it cannot fail as you charge it. So, if you had a timer, if you had something on the USB board to cause it to fail. I don't think a reset will fix it. We can try. We can definitely try a reset or try flashing the firmware again. But it looks like it's a hardware problem this time around. Close to zero around here. Feels like it's close to zero. go on. Let's go ahead and get going. We have to come back around 5. Yeah, it seems to be like they found a way to make settings stick. Like Broken Pipe 32, remember he was lagging before I went to Android 12. So they found a way to make certain things stick in another part of the phone, another part of the memory. I don't even know. I'll have to look at it closer. But if I was to say anything, I would say they probably pulled the bag out when I was sleeping when they went through it. And then the last, even though it would be impossible to get into the box, even though it would be impossible to get inside that box, I think they probably got to the laptop and the phone within the last 2 days. Even though there's not a way to get in there that I know of that I can see, I'm thinking they probably found a way to get inside the bag through the box somewhere. Found a hole or something, even though it's got like 3 layers. It's taped shut on top. There's no more way to get in it. There's no way to get in it from the top, I think. So I don't know how they're getting into the box, if they did, or if this is just some kind of remote hacking that they're doing. And it wouldn't surprise me. But the laptop is acting up as well today. It wasn't taking the password. It wasn't taking the Windows login password, even though it doesn't do anything for security. Didn't have any issues with this since we set it up last time. And today it was acting up, so maybe they did something. Maybe they got inside the bag somehow. And they got to the phones as well. Like I said, you're dealing with pretty much military-style tactics of intrusion, which is why these devices are always getting fucking fucked. They're getting fucked when I'm sleeping. That's what's going on. I don't even think resetting settings did anything. It just turned a bunch of stuff back on. It seems like it just turned a bunch of shit back on, but everything's still there. And I'll go to sleep and come back a little bit later. Got a big video to process. Try to flash the firmware. Do a backup after. Do a backup first, then flash the firmware and see if it does anything. I downloaded AUL3, which is a fucking Polish ROM. We'll flash that, see if it does anything. If not, we'll do Android 12. We'll do an upgrade to 12 and try that as well. I don't even know if it. I actually don't even know if it flashes the firmware, because ADB Silo doesn't work. At this very moment, ADB Silo doesn't work at all. And we gotta try flashing the firmware. Maybe do a reset. Doesn't cost me anything to do a reset. So we'll try to flash the firmware back on it. If that doesn't work, we'll do an upgrade to 12. If the upgrade doesn't work, we'll do a reset. It doesn't cost anything. It's fast. It's fast enough to do a reset. We'll do a reset and see what happens with the reset. Like I said, they seem to have found a place in the phone, somewhere in memory, somewhere in storage. It could be something to do with the fake bootloader. It could be fake fucking apps. It could be fake settings. It looks like it's a fake settings app. Must have found a way to make settings stick outside of ADB control. Who knows? I think it's just a fake settings app. I think it's just fake firmware. It's a bunch of fake apps and fake firmware, and who knows? I don't know. Like I said, you cannot run that many commands and still have issues unless You cannot run that many commands and still have issues unless you have some severely fake firmware, and that's probably what it is. We'll do a reset and see if it fixes this fast charging issue that we had, because I wasn't having an issue anymore. Up to today, it was charging fast from the laptop. I was getting 2400 milliamps from the laptop. It was charging fast charging normally leading up to today, more or less. We had a slowdown before to 24, 25, or 2700 milliamps. Never 1000. That's a new one. And that's a new problem to have. Never saw 1000 milliamps leading up to today. Not recently, anyway. That's a phenomenon. I actually did. Yeah, that's true. I didn't see, never saw 1600 or 1000 or 1800 milliamps leading up to today in the last month or so. Because I thought I fixed it, right? Well, think again. Think again. So that's what we can do. We can do an upgrade to 12. I got the file. I got the update for 12. Straight from December, we'll go to 12 and try that. We'll go to, it's freezing. Fucking freezing. We'll go to, we'll do a reset if it doesn't work. Go to 12. And go from there and try it. See what's going on. It's fucking freezing. Absolutely freezing. We found more edits in that fucking script. Like I said, there's something going on with these apps on the phone, these settings, and whatever the hell it is, where it just makes edits in memory on storage. I always find edits in that script. I always find edits in the fucking script for the phone. Found a bunch of shit missing with this Sean Hannity fella. Found some edits in the list as well. There's something going on where these, I think it's the settings app or something. I'm not sure what it is, because I mean that's pretty much the only app that's running. There is no other app that's running on the phone except the settings app. If you think about it, it's the biggest app that you have. System UI, it's got to be the settings app. That's very, very fake. So we gotta look at that. Because I mean, you need the settings app. You can't uninstall the settings app. You actually need that. You gotta have it. Besides the settings app, there's really not much else running on the phone that I know of. Like I said, there's got that ADB local connection and wireless ADB all the time. I saw it a bunch of times leading up to this in the settings app. Leading up to this issue now that we're having with the charging again. It's got that local ADB connection in wireless ADB. A bunch of times leading up to this. So definitely the settings app, if I would say anything. Or if I would say, if I had to guess which app it is, I would say it's the settings app for sure. It's freezing, absolutely freezing.
But it's okay. No, ma anche solo a vedere.
these drones don't know what else, what acting tricks to put on these sidewalks. It's amazing how many acts you can see on the sidewalk in a day. It's like straight from a Hollywood studio, you know. It doesn't have any effect on any outcome, so I don't even know why the fuck they do it, but they do it. You know, it's not going to change anything. But they do this every day. They've been doing this for 6 months. Like I said, it started about 6 months ago when he ramped up severely. It's not going to change any outcome. Man, it's fucking freezing, man. Absolutely freezing. My nose is running. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Make way for the thieves. Make way for the thieves because they're taking over. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on with this phone. We've got a lot of diagnosing to do. My reset will probably be the best bet, but I don't know if it's going to do anything. It could be the VCM. It could be the VCM of the battery that's doing that. You know, a reset might not actually fix anything. Pads. It's yourself a jobby. Jobby. Yourself a nice pair of trousers. My nose is running really bad. My face is frozen, my head is frozen, my forehead is frozen. It's EMF. Like I said, it makes you very, very susceptible to freezing temperatures. You know, it makes you very weak against the cold. You know, they love to run this training program in the wintertime because it's so fucking cold in that EMF. EMF they shoot in your head. Really helps them out. My face is frozen. Everybody's doing some personal computing in the cold because there's no other better place to do it than outside in the cold. Hang outside in the cold and you're handy dandy. Do some personal computing. It's a lot of fun. Alright. See if they got a bottle of guys. Get away. It's fucking freezing out here. It's fucking wind as well. My eyelids are frozen right now. My eyelids are frozen. We'll get one of these. Should be enough, I guess. Holy fuck. No, it's not so bad, but it's cold. It's just fucking wind. Only in the winter time do you get wind like this. It's only you have this breeze in the summertime. Except there's no fucking breeze in the summertime. It's just really hot and humid. Yeah. It's never that fucking windy in the summertime. Fucking wind everywhere you go. It's fucking windy. The Wi-Fi over here went off. There's no more fucking Wi-Fi over here. We've got DTRE across the street. DTRE, I don't know, something DTRE. But besides that, I haven't seen. Oh my shit. There's no more Wi-Fi over here from 3 people. I haven't seen any more of this Wi-Fi for people. Absolutely fucking freezing. Man, this guy got a remote start on his moped. That's amazing. Holy fuck. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to get in here. They must have found a way to get in here. This fucking thing is,
and going all the way down. And there's one in the middle also. So we're gonna change the charging port, and charging port replacement on this iPod is also not considered an easy job. A lot of pins to work with. Right here. Basically the port is soldered onto all those points that you see in the middle. All of those points. And soldered on to the legs. One here and one right here. Apply flux. The repair is expensive because of the amount of work it takes to disassemble, change the connector, and reassemble this iPod. But anybody fixing an iPod like this, they're not fixing it for the sake of having an iPod Touch 4 back in a working condition, but because of the files on the iPod. That's why people fix it. A lot of you still wonder, why is that person fixing an iPod Touch 4? Why? Is that person stupid? No, he's not stupid. He's doing it because he needs the files on the iPod. He's gonna pay 2, 3, 4, 20 times the price of the iPod to get the files back. That's what you have to understand on all older devices. We do not fix old devices for the sake of fixing them. They're not vintage, they're not antique, and they're worth nothing. We fix them because of data. I would say 70% of the stuff that we fix here is because of data. And that goes for Nintendo Switches also. A Nintendo Switch is $299 if you want to buy one. We have customers that paid us $1,200 to fix their Nintendo Switch because of data.
It's ridiculous.
And the most important pads to apply low melt solder onto are the legs, left and right. We should be able to easily remove the connector or the center pins with just a little bit of hot air. As you can see, the area is very tight and you can barely get the soldering iron in there. Let's apply some hot air. And the connector is out. And whatever stuff you see that melted here is nothing, just an overfill or glue. Okay, so all the pins are inside the holes, and now we're gonna have to fit the board. To solder the legs, we can start with the legs, and then we can solder the pins in the center. We can see this plastic piece right here, the pin right here, and the same goes right over here. Just a tiny bit over here so we can secure the connector, and then we'll take care of the rest. I need to add more solder on the tip. Very nice. And we can apply more solder right over here. Anti-glare light. Great. Very nice. We're gonna need a lot of flux because any bridge on those holes is gonna be hard to remove because of the tight space in between this and this. Right now I just want to secure the pins and then we can go over them in a second pass. I mean, I honestly could not tell you what would have happened if we did not have enough flux in this area. It would have been a Hiroshima for sure, no doubt. And we're done. We're all done. Awesome. All we have to do is reassemble, and I'm gonna have to solder the stuff that we desoldered at the beginning of the video. I did not do it on camera because I disassembled the board and then I started the video, but maybe we can resolder those strips back on the board together. Let me give this to Big Boss so he can put it inside the case, the housing, and I'll be back. All right, so we reassembled the motherboard inside the housing, not fully because we still need to do some work before we put the plate, screw it, seal the screen, and all that stuff. Let me show you what we did so far. So the motherboard is already secured inside the housing. Right now we need to solder this flex cable, the battery flex cable that goes right over here. Pre-apply solder on those three pads, and then we need to solder that flex cable. And I already soldered this component down here. And we still need to solder this flex cable right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And after we are done with the soldering, we need to connect the cable for the screen, because right now we cannot fully open the screen if this connector is connected. The cable is very, very short. I do not know why Apple chose to make the cable of the screen extremely short. They could have made it maybe half an inch longer and that would have been perfect. But right now we need to disconnect the screen in order to lay it back so we can do the soldering. Let's pre-apply solder here. And we also need to pre-apply solder on the top here. Let's do it now so we do not keep going back and forth with the soldering. Just like that. And maybe we can start with this flex right here. That flex is so thin and very fragile. Right, and we're all good here. Get rid of the glare. And very nice. Great job. Now let's go down here and solder the battery flex cable right over here. And we're all good. Just put a piece of tape over the battery pads here, and we can do the same for this one here. And now we need to connect the screen right here. I'm not going to be able to do it under the microscope, so let's do it here, because the screen must be halfway closed in order to connect the FEC connector. And the microscope being on top, we're not going to be able to see anything. I'll have to look at this from an angle.
Very professional, mate. You get a bottle painter in now, yeah? Not like a super scary. Some of my contracts in time was like, you do realise I owe you. I was like, oh, that's not done before. Yeah, we are good at it.